Hello and welcome to another out of spec overlanding video. If you guys have seen any of our other channels, you might be familiar with the out of spec reviews channel, and Eaton is a sponsor of ours over there. They also do way more things beyond just electrical components. They make superchargers, lockers, transmissions for heavy duty trucks. And today they are taking us around their off-road course to showcase some of the Eaton locker situation. We're also going to take this up one of their obstacles. And so this is just a little supplemental fun video while we were here visiting with our friends over at Eaton. They were like, do you want to go do some off-roading stuff and see diff lockers? We're like, hell yeah. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take this Jeep and do a cool hill climb. We're also going to take just a normal Chevy Silverado that they've swapped in a e-locker into the rear of through a twist stitch, just to kind of reiterate why locking differentials are so cool and so needed. You guys know we love torque management, talking about that on this channel, low speed, power control. We talk about it a lot with electric vehicles, and this is an application that can work with electric or combustion, good old school mechanical differential lockers. That's what we're getting into in this episode. So should be a fun little quick one, but maybe if you don't know how differentials work, you will learn something by watching this piece of content. All right, so Ryan's going to drive the truck through in two-wheel drive, open diff mode first, I imagine, and then hit the locker once he gets in there. Into drive we go, 5.3, little lift on this thing. Trail boss configuration. So into the twist stitch he goes. We're already got a wheel up. Not much articulation in these things. You can tell it's open because we already had one wheel just not spinning. That's where you can see the whole thing is spinning that outside wheel. So zero powertrain management happening there with that rear diff. Lockers engaged. Now it's locked, and it just crawls forward, no problem. Which is a pretty impressive angle. A little bumper scrape, never hurt anyone. Nice. So that's about what we expected to happen. All right, so we got the truck in 2 high. We got traction control off.
Traction control's off, yep.
And so now we really are just relying on the diff to work for us. So same angle, just keep it straight on the way in?
Yep.
Okay, can do. Super cool. We'll just go nice and gentle on the way.
Yep, nice and easy.
So can feel the rear starting to come up here, and you can see we have wheel spin happening now. Diff's open, so it's just literally on the torque converter trying to get it to get moving.
So now that button up there that says lock, you go ahead and hit
this one right here. Okay, so we're gonna lock it.
Shows the animation.
Okay.
We got a reir lock logo there now, so.
And we can see the current going to the locker. That's interesting. So it does take some constant electrical load to keep it locked.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. That's good that the natural state is open. Now I'm going to lift off the brake. We're already moving forwards, not even having to hit the accelerator pedal at all. We have maximum, wheel up in the air situation, and I'm able to just kind of walk us straight up through this obstacle without much issue at all, I would say. Might scrape the rear bumper pulling out a little bit, but and it can just climb right up here. Without traction control, still no spin. Having mechanical lockers is just so great. Then to unlock, same button?
Yep, same button.
So,
see the animation, it unlocks.
Super cool. And then we're able, well, I guess we'll go around this
Either way, yep.
Yeah. Well, that was cool to experience. So, I mean, we've all done many tests, different, split mews, twist stitches to show the benefit of locking differentials. But again, super cool. I love this whole setup. I would love if someone would sell that, where you can monitor the differential status. But thanks so much for taking us through there.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
Welcome to Moab, Utah in Michigan, recreated. So this is Double Whammy 2 is what it's called. And it's, I'm sure we've seen a bunch of videos of things in Moab going up like this, but basically someone scanned it and then Eaton recreated that obstacle here, and they're going to run it with their Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. It's got a 3.6 with a Magnuson supercharger, which uses Eaton supercharger internals, which is cool.
Yeah.
Dual
sick.
E-lockers. And it's a nice build. Like, I mean, you can go insane on these, but just for Eaton to do a build like this on a Jeep,
It's sweet.
it's really cool. They're also doing a showcase of other supercharging tech. They did a F-150 short cab, short bed, 5-liter Coyote that they sent to Texas Speed. It
Yeah,
makes like
it's gonna make 4-digit horsepower.
Yeah, it's awesome. They do some cool stuff for sure. So basically, we're gonna lock both front and rear Eaton E-lockers in this thing, send it up double whammy, which shouldn't be too crazy, I don't think, but at least it's cool to see, you know, them out here testing their stuff and working it. And it's a great test, obstacle right here, because you have literally a straight vertical slope of, it's got to be 24 inches on this side.
I would say.
Yeah, something like that. And then you got to basically, once the front axle hits this second slope, the rear is also on this. So you've got to lift the whole thing up. It's a really complicated one, requires approach and breakover angle out the wazoo, plus having good powertrain control. So let's send the supercharged Jeep up double whammy. Watch to see what happens. This is just fun after work activities. Think this is going to be any hard challenge for this Jeep?
Honestly, no, it's double locked. So
Yeah.
pretty easy.
No transfer case locker on this, so it's not triple locked.
They should have.
They should have. All right, well, let's watch them send it up here. So approaching it at an angle. So we'll walk it up. I was hoping they would do it axle by axle. That'd be fun. They got upgraded power steering in this thing as well. Some other chassis upgrades. Sam's crawling up. Man, it really is nothing for this. Dual lockers is just amazing to have. Man, maybe like a quarter wheel rotation, then the teeth caught. Got the rock sliders
Apparently
through there,
ours.
hopefully.
Bam.
Dude, easy.
Easy. Let's send that up now.
Yeah, let's take the Silverado up there now and see how that thing is gonna handle it. So we just unlocked it, a little left and right to get the diffs to go, and oh, that seemed too easy.
Yeah. Like the front wheels were already up here before the rear even started.
Yeah.
So,
All right, let's do it backwards.
or let's grab the Lightning.
Yeah, there we go. So we're heading back on some sort of course back here. What do y'all have back this way?
It's called just a woods course. So there's basically just your standard 2-track up north Michigan kind of course. There's a couple rock obstacles we'll see up here, but a lot of it's kind of that tight turn, close quarters, articulation type of obstacle.
Yeah, very cool.
Scenery is not bad either.
No, it is super nice. And you guys have a ton of wildlife out here, which is really cool.
Oh.
So we're heading over to the spin barn, and this is like a pretty abusive test. And it's enclosed. That'll be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, enables us to go all year round, regardless of weather.
Oh, good point. Opening up the garage now. And this is a whole garage just for cross-car torque management, I guess. That's awesome. So you've got, how would this work? So you've got different surface tension on each side here?
Yep, so we've got stainless steel trough here. We can wet with water. Just get a slight film there to try to simulate as low of EMU. It's not quite as good as ice or the salt tiles, but just have a split view surface. So the high view sides polished concrete to a specific grade, and then the stainless.
Yep.
One tire here, one tire there, and make a bunch of engagements.
And do you have how would you measure the effectiveness of the diff? Is there a way you can lock the vehicle to a point and look at the pull force, or do you just looking for repeatability?
So in this case, we wouldn't be doing that, but we do what we call a drawbar test, where we would tie the vehicle up and then put one set of tires on some rollers so it's in place, and do exactly as you said. Let the highest side tire put down as much torque as it can, and we can characterize what it's able to hold and do.
And for this particular application, how many times would you typically run a vehicle through on a test cycle?
So test cycles can only be 50 to 150 hits.
Wow.
What we call hits, engagements. If we're doing a durability schedule, for what we're doing today, it'd be more of like engagement quality for longitudinal traction. So we'll just get in here, it just simulates you dipped a tire off the side of the road, or you got ice on one side, pavement on the other.
Make sure that the engagement's smooth in this case.
It doesn't upset the vehicle. You don't want to create a big yaw motion and set the thing sideways, so just nice and smooth, but still have good forward drive.
And the differential that's in this F-150 test vehicle that we're going to use is different than an e-locker.
Correct. So this is an electronic limited slip. So it's variable, and it's all computer controlled. And we do have some user overrides where we can command a full lock if we want to.
Okay, but that's obviously not in the user vehicle or the end vehicle. This is not a Ford product. This is, you guys just threw this in an F-150.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Well, yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes. This will be fun to watch for sure. Thanks for bringing us in here. This is super cool. So this is a limited slip differential testing room. We're going to put the, I guess the driver's side wheel on the metal polished surface here. And then the grippy side will be on the passenger side. That way we'll be able to see the actuation of the limited slip diff and the time it takes. And so should be pretty cool to see this happen. I mean, we do this every day on a daily basis, but this is a repeatable testing environment to showcase some of this stuff.
This is differential open.
So diff open. Yep. That went about as we expected it to. Very cool. Dang, think about the cycles cars have to go through in and out and in and out and just over and over. It's pretty cool, actually. All right, limited slip on. Yeah, and you can hear it chirp on the grippy surface right there. Amazing. Why so many automakers choose not to put that in their vehicles drives me insane. Hit it one more time.
So we've got 20% concrete grade. We got steel rollers here in the middle. So we'll get up on it, get the whole vehicle on both sides. We're going to start. So I'm traction off, base mode, the differential's turned off.
Yep, so we just have an open rear diff, basically.
Open rear diff. Eventually the traction control will intervene.
Oh, okay.
Let you roll all the way to the bottom, unless we got out and pulled the fuse for the ABS pump or something like that.
There we go.
So we'll get up on the rollers and attempt to climb.
And you can see that huge wheel speed flare.
So, fell all the way to the bottom.
Yep.
So yep, you can see a big left side wheel speed flare there. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to stay in regular two-wheel drive. I'll turn the traction on. So this would simulate just what a factory
ESP
setup would do using brake traction control. So it's trying, it caught it.
Yep.
Eventually remove it.
Right, so that is brake-based torque vectoring, which our audience is pretty familiar with, and dude, it takes longer than I was expecting.
It does. It puts a lot of heat and a lot of wear into your base brake system.
Yep.
If you do a lot of that within a short amount of time, the quality goes downhill because as brakes go up, reduce friction, and it can't perform.
Your braking performance is straight down at that point, yeah.
So I'm going to turn the traction control off, and we're going to turn our system on.
Okay, and again, this is a limited slip, but electronically actuated?
Correct.
Wow, instant activation. That was maybe like 2-wheel rotations, 3-wheel rotations, and she was already transferring power. That is really cool. So, in terms of heat, how many times could a diff do that?
In an application like that, it'd be endless.
Wow, that's awesome.
That wheel speed is arrested very quickly.
Yep.
So you don't have a lot of clutch slippage, and without slippage, there's no heat build, and good to go.
Wow, amazing. So that's just using basically the differential wheel speed to build pressure in a reservoir, which then actuates the locking mechanism.
Correct.
And how much percent lock do you think we're getting to in a situation like that? Is that 100% lock at that point?
At max lock, yes. So what I can do here too is I can do, just change my page here, make sure so that's a full lock request right there. So we'll do the same thing, and now it's looking for it to be on a full lock.
Yep.
So we won't have as big of a
Wheel flare.
side wheel flare.
Yep.
Exactly.
Wow, that is near instantaneous. And
And
it's
at
just,
that point, all the torque's going to the high side tire. Now you're just managing throttle to keep that tire in traction with the surface.
wow, I didn't know a limited slip can honestly go that hardcore into feeling. It's not a locker because it's not preemptively locked, but the response time is so close. Unless you're hardcore off-roading, you may not need a locker. That was really cool.
Yep, and keep in mind that was with the traction control off, so there was no brake intervention there.
Right, that's
So
just
if you
drive
compare a
by.
limited slip with a brake-based traction control, it just amplifies everything that much more. But
Nice. I would use that all day. We got to get one of these roller situations. That's amazing.
it's very user-friendly.
So 30% V-ditch here. You're going to run it dual locked?
I'll get down in there and lock it as I need it.
Oh, you'll spin then lock.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
that'll be awesome. So you set up the suspension for this thing to handle this V-ditch then?
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
This is how we test everything too.
Cool. Well, send it on down there. That'll be fun. That's a pretty aggressive V-ditch. Holy smokes. Doesn't look like it on camera, but it's about the size of the Jeep in terms of depth. Probably come up over here. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome. Good articulation on that thing. Holy smokes. Fully flexed at the moment. That's great. So he'll go locked it up and then it just rolls on, no problem. Damn, look at that tuck right there. Chassis flex. You can hear it. Looks beautiful. So sick. So we're going up the 60% grade. This will be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You're going to use a crawler gear to get us up?
Yep, I'll put it in 4 low. It does it easy.
Yeah.
But
How much power do you think this thing makes with the supercharger?
I believe it's around 400 horse.
Oh,
That's good.
yeah.
Not too bad.
So should have a good launch in first gear low. So we're second gear right now. That's all you need. Nice. Yeah, it's always amazing to feel 60% in the vehicle.
It looks boring from the outside.
Yeah. In here it
Facing
feels
the sun.
Yeah.
so exciting, yeah. So that was a cool day over at Eaton. We're back at the out of spec track after some traveling, and gotta tell you, differentials are cool, man. It was so fun to be able to watch their limited slip and locker products in action out on their trails. Definitely have to test some more Eaton differentials out here at the track. Want to get some in here and maybe installed on some off-roaders around this way, which would be really awesome. But I love seeing how Eaton is testing differentials before they even go into series production. How cool is it that you can repeatedly get a wheel flare and lockup situation over and over in a repeatable setting inside that differential barn? That was so cool. So big shout out to Eaton for inviting us over there to check out their on-road and off-road applications, and we'll see you on another video again soon. Bye-bye.